If you clicked on this video, it means that you're just sick and tired of seeing triple support everywhere. It's in ranked, it's also infested quick play, and it is the most unfun comp to go up against because it feels like you have to go triple support yourself in order to counter their triple support. And I could go on a full rant about this, but this isn't the reason why I want to make this video, because there are other creators that had made better rants about triple support. So instead, I'm gonna be telling you how to counter triple support, because I want this comp completely dead in the gutters to the point where nobody even tries to select it anymore. And I hope this video reaches out to the right audiences who are actually tired of triple support instead of just complaining about it on Reddit or any form of social media. First thing I want to address is that I am assuming that your team is not going to switch to triple support, which is not a bad thing, because these two comps that I'm going to discuss about require a 2 support comp. If they switch to a third one, it's not going to work. I am letting you know right now that if they switch to 3 supports while trying to make any of these 2 comps work, your team will crumble and you will lose. Another thing I will say as well is that these 2 comps work in any rank, whether you're in silver, plat, or even top 500. But I will say this, the higher you climb, the harder it will be to run these comps, because people will switch and they will try to shut you down because they want to win as much as you want to win. Another thing, communication is key in this game. It's a team-based game. This isn't your last relationship that failed because you guys didn't communicate. It's team-based. You guys should be already communicating about which support ult are going to be used first, or even better, because I will be discussing this in this video, is to combo ultimate. Whether it be Gru and Neymar, which I think is the best combo in the game right now that can really just one-shot through any support ultimate. Same with Angela Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's banned majority of the games, so I will also consider that. Another thing too is not just DPSs and tanks that have to combo, it's also supports and whoever is on your team. For example, if you're on Rocket, you should be comboing with your Venom, with your Thor, with your you guys get the idea. I was gonna say Phoenix, but same thing for Moon Knight. Those 2 are mostly banned right now, especially Gambit, so I will also be taking that note in mind that these characters are mostly banned right now. The first comp I want to talk about is full dive, and no, I'm not talking about 4 dive DPSs and 2 supports. That's not gonna work. You guys are just gonna get fucking stomped the fuck out there if you guys walk out of spawn like that. What I'm talking about is an actual well-coordinated dive. This was run and was, if I'm not mistaken, the reason why in the Ignite tournament the team won was a well-coordinated dive. I understand the Ignite tournament's bans are a lot more different, and consider that that was pro play, so I get that. But at the same time, we cannot just allow them to do that and we don't learn from it. So what I'm talking about, full dive and well coordinated, I'm talking about a dive tank and 2 dive DPSs. Preferably, I think the only dive tank that can fully shut down triple support is Venom. And I know Venom doesn't do as much damage compared to like Thor or Thing or any other tank right now, but Venom basically has 2000 HP. He can survive the entire time being over there in triple support by himself. And to all my Venom mains, you know very well that they can have 6 supports and it's probably not even enough damage to even make you run away. A DPS or a tank has to get involved. That's why I'm also saying to run 2 dive DPSs. The 2 dive DPSs that are honestly the best suited for this are Daredevil and Magic, just because them alone could put out enough damage to the supports to get them to 50 HP. That's why I said Venom was the best candidate for this, because the goal, even though all 3 of you guys are jumping 1 support, because that's ideally what you're doing, The goal is to bring them to 50 HP. I'm not sure if you guys know this. I could be mistaken too about Venom. I'm not sure if it's 50 or 25 HP, but Venom's grab literally just kills them instantly. The second their health reaches, I think it's 25 or 50. I'm not 100% sure. And Magic and Daredevil do an insane amount of damage already for divers. This is why I said that all three of you guys jumped them, because I'm pretty sure all three supports are just going to start scissoring with each other and just healing each other during this dive. And that's another thing why I said you guys need to go in at the same time, because if they get distracted or they get caught lacking, one of them is going to die instantly without even them knowing what's going on, and they're going to be arguing with each other. And that's one thing I will say is the next point is target priority when you're under full dive. So if they have Invis, Luna, and Cloak and Dagger, what you want to be going after is which one is least likely to survive dive, and that is Luna, because Luna into dive is kind of stupid. I'm not going to deny it, but people will try to force it for whatever reason. This is when you take advantage of that. You will the first person that should be dead is Luna, because even though she has her freeze, when Venom grabs you, it provides slow, and when Daredevil hits you, he also provides slow. If I'm not mistaken, it's the chain ones, the ones where it, he throws them at them. That one's the one that provides slow. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, Luna literally cannot run away. There is nothing she could do by herself. And even if they start, let's just say Invis starts giving her a shield, or Cloak and Dagger throws down her bubble, she cannot do anything about it once she reaches 50 to 20 HP. And another thing too, Magic and Daredevil provide overhealth for every time they do something, like an ability. I think Magic, she gets overhealth for just literally doing damage, but that's also why I believe this comp is the most skilled one to take out triple support, because if Magic misses her dash, I'm pretty sure the support's going to survive. And Daredevil itself already takes a lot of skill to even get down. So I recommend you start adding one of these two into your playstyles, or if you're a tank, you obviously start adding Venom into your playstyle. But yeah, basically you just want to jump their supports one at a time. All three of you guys just focus one support. So like I said in my example, they have Invis, Luna, and Cloak and Dagger. The second Luna dies, transition over to the one that could keep herself alive the longest, and that is Invisible Woman, because Cloak and Dagger is not surviving the dive regardless as well, but she has the cloak fade that she could literally just fade to her DPS or her two tanks. This is why I said the shield tank is very important, because the shield tank and the supports are going to be holding down the front line until you guys can take out the triple support that's in the back line. And they will also be distracting the DPS, because be honest, I think the ideal comp to run is Luna Rocket, but you can also do Luna and Mantis, just because Mantis could provide a damage boost to all three of you guys before you guys dive, and still have one leave to at least heal her solo tank that's in the front lines, which you're not really solo tanking, but you get the idea. And yeah, that's basically what you're going to be doing, is just jumping their supports at all times. Make it a 1v3, even though it's kind of a 3v3. But after you take out Luna, you go after Invis. Invis could keep herself alive pretty well, and everybody who has a brain already knows this. This is why she needs to be taken out right after. Right after Luna dies, you just have to take her out. And then when you guys retreat, you guys can literally calm and tell the frontline tank and the two supports that you guys are coming back. You guys are going to need healing real quick. You guys are all off cooldown, and it's just Cloak and Dagger by herself. You guys can literally just whoop her ass if you are on this full dive, and that's literally how you counter triple support. There are some cons though. For example, Adam and Loki completely shut this down, as well as the Thing. He kind of just shits on divers regardless, but yeah, that's the idea. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is that you can make this full dive work with Spider-Man and Black Panther. It's just that both of them cannot be played at the same time because, well, let's just be for real, they don't do enough damage. With Spider-Man, all you really gotta do is just, I guess, be a clown. Just like pull one of the supports away. Like, again, for the example, Luna, Invis, and Cloak and Dagger. Just pull Invis away from the entire fight, and just like I said, Cloak and Dagger is not gonna out-heal Daredevil or Magic with a Venom. She's just gonna get shitted on. There's nothing she could do. And same with BP, you just gotta attack the one support that they're not really focusing on healing or attacking. Which, I'll be honest, every support right now has 275 HP, so I'm pretty sure you could still take him out. Plus, if they have an Invis and you're on Black Panther, you could kind of just focus the Invis so she's forced to use the self shield on herself, so that the Venom or Magic or Daredevil can just take out that one support. Now then, for the last comp that I'm going to talk about is the best way to counter triple support, because it doesn't require as much skill as one might say, and it's ironically the best counter to triple support, and that is triple tank. You guys, it doesn't even matter what supports are in the backline, you guys can survive every single one of their cooldowns, whether it be Loki Lamps or Soul Bond. And for like the ideal comp for this, there's really like not a select character to pick other than one shield tank and 2 off tanks, or if you guys can also do 2 shield tanks and 1 off tanks depending if they're running heavy poke or not. But at the end of the day, they most likely are running heavy poke, so 2 shield tanks would probably be the best way to go about it. And while I'm on the topic of triple tank and how I know this works is because during season 2, not season 2.5, season 2, when Mr. Fantastic was being played a lot, nobody would lock in a third support because it would get immediately shut down by Mr. Fantastic. Once that fuck ass Clanker got added to the game in season 2.5, that and the tank role kind of couldn't do nothing to the Flyers during that time, that's when triple support began to be meta, and that's when people stopped selecting a third tank to counter triple support Slop. And I really hope you guys learn from this, because like I said, I'm just tired of going up against it, and I know some people are gonna just be in the comment section and says that, oh, this comp gets countered by Iron Fist, Thing, and Wolverine, since they're all percentage based heroes off their damage. And it really doesn't get countered if one of your 3 tanks, except for the shield tank, if one of the 2 off tanks goes Thing. And like I said, comms are super important, because the supports or the DPSs, whoever it is that spots Wolverine is gonna go to kidnap you. He's gonna go from behind and hit you with the right click shift, which that's basically like the X attack and the grab for my console gamers. And if you're able to calm, you can completely just go the Thing and just slam down, and boom, there goes Wolverine. All 3 tanks just jump him, whoop his ass. He kind of deserves it because he's playing a kidnapped character. But yeah, that's literally how he gets countered. And same with Iron Fist. The second he puts up that parry, you tell everybody before he puts it up he's about to parry, because I hope you guys know this, when an Iron Fist reaches a low enough health, he's going to start to parry you guys to get over health. Once he starts doing that, or once you see his health bar going a little bit lower, you guys all come to each other saying he's about to start parrying, so don't attack him as much. And the second you see him pull up that parry, like I said, jump him. It's what, 2 to 3 seconds. Once those 2 or 3 seconds are up, belt to his ass. And for Thing, well, you're going Thing, so just Thing diff him. And yeah, that's basically it. These are literally like the best counters to triple support. in this game is literally just full dive and triple tank. And I'm gonna say this right now, there are some characters that actually work better in a triple tank comp. For example, Thor. I think since nobody really runs triple tank, because like I said, nobody wants to play such a miserable role, Thor is actually super good during triple tank. I think I've played it like 4 to 5 times and it was just flat out amazing. It feels like you could do more for your team, because at the end of the day, when you're on the off tank, you gotta deal with flankers, and that's low-key a flanker's biggest like fear, is seeing that 600 HP motherfucker just pull up and start shooting them with the awakening shots. Another character that shines off triple tank is Angela, because, well, I mean, even if when you're on the 2 tank comp and you have an Angela with you, it kind of feels like you're really solo tanking because she is never there with you. But yeah, these are literally the best counters to triple support, and I hope you guys are actually countering this comp instead of going under your favorite creators comment section on their stream, or going to social media platforms how this game needs to add role queue and needs to start adding a healing deduction when 3 supports get picked. Because let's be honest, how are you guys gonna do Adam like that? And because of characters like Adam and Ultron, that you're kind of forced to run a triple support because it's just not enough healing output. This is why I do believe that they will probably never put a healing deduction when 3 supports gets selected through the screen, or you guys get what I mean. And instead, I feel like there used to be a saying when I was growing up and playing Black Ops 2 during those times. It would literally just be people saying adapt, and that's just something we just have to do. It's just to adapt and force a new meta. Like I said in the video, there are counters, thankfully, but it's all in the matter of you guys having to run the counters. I can go all day explaining how triple tank can easily counter triple support, and I can also go all day why well coordinated dive can literally counter any comp in the game, but that's not gonna do nothing if you guys yourselves aren't also running it. So please keep that in mind as well. But other than that, this is all the time I got left in the video. I do plan on making this channel as like an advanced guide for tanks, because I'm a tank main and this is just the role that I enjoy playing the most out of. It's my favorite one. As you guys probably saw on the select screen, I lorded almost every single tank in the game. I genuinely just love this role. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a good one, and see y'all.